स्टडी IQ IAS, आपका सिलेक्शन हमारा मिशन।
If you're planning to read James Joyce, then do not expect that you open the book and you will get a very nice tale of a story. But in fact, you will get the study of how human mind works. So today we will be talking about James Joyce, who did not just write simple stories, but also told us that the language that we write is completely fragmented. And he shook our faith not only on language, but on religion, on nation, on the way we perceive things. That is James Joyce, whose writing in itself was a revolution, or we can say it was a descent in its own way. So modern technique, चाहे वो stream of consciousness हो गया, James Joyce was the one who was actually ruling the genre of novel in the 20th century, the modern era. So today, I, Dr. Anamta Rizvi, a UPSC English literature educator, would be talking about James Joyce and decoding modernism's masters. All right, so this is something very important. James Joyce का role modern literature को एक बहुत ही अलग लेवल पे ले जाने का, बहुत ही really credit with that. Be it James Joyce or Virginia Woolf, all these writers which are there in your course, they're very seminal, and make sure that you study them very well because बहुत अच्छे questions आते हैं. Not I'm saying difficult question. The questions are rather easy, but you got to understand these writers, especially James Joyce, okay? Because he does not write in a very linear way. You have to really study him hard. So now let's talk about the Stephen Dedalus का जो journey है, Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man में जो आपके course में है. So the novel follows this story, that is the Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. This follows Stephen Dedalus from early childhood to young adulthood in Ireland. तो ये जो बच्चा है Stephen Dedalus, ये उसको एकदम छोटे से दिखाया, and that he grows up into an adult in Ireland. And the novelist tracks his growth from a sensitive boy to a self-aware artist. बहुत sensitive होता है, उसको हर बात बहुत observe करता है. But then when he grows up, he realizes and he becomes a very self-aware artist. So Stephen progressively breaks away from the dominant forces that shape his identity, his family financial decline, the Roman Catholic Church, and Irish nationalism. So he's brought up in a very conservative environment. एक strict beliefs होते हैं, अपने nation की तरफ बहुत ही ज़्यादा, another level of patriotism. However, Stephen just leaves everything and goes. वो किसी चीज़ को follow नहीं करता है, वो aware हो जाता है that I'm not meant for this. So whatever that he believes in, like he just shuns it away and he creates his own path. He in fact, brings a very revolutionary change within himself. And that is why, because that is how when he was a young kid, he was a very sensitive boy. He grows up to be an artist, and then he just rediscovers himself. So the narrative culminates in Stephen's realization that his true calling, उसकी जो true calling है ना, वो nation की तरफ है ना, वो faith की तरफ है, it lies in artistic creation, कि वो एक artist है और इसकी ट्रू कॉलिंग आर्टिस्ट की तरफ है, एंड लीडिंग हिम टू सेल्फ इम्पोज एग्जाइल टू परस्यू इंटेलेक्चुअल फ्रीडम. और अगर वो हर चीज़ में अपने आप को बांध लेगा तो जो इंटेलेक्चुअल फ्रीडम के लिए उसको चाहिए, विल नॉट गेट इट. So in a way, he does not want to chain himself in those fetters. He wants to unshackle away from the chains of any kind of ideologies that binds him. He's a free soul. He believes that my true calling, my ikigai is to become an artist, to get that intellectual freedom, and hence I need to shun away everything that hinders my path. Now this is Stephen Dedalus for you. Now why Portrait is a landmark work? So this defines the constant Roma. We all know Bildungsroman. Bildungsroman में दिखाते हैं कि जब क्या एकदम छोटे से होता है वो बड़े adulthood तक दिखाते हैं उसको. Constant Roma is basically the growth of an artist. Artists are born differently. That's an innate talent, and once that talent is tapped, it is rediscovered by the human being itself. It's unstoppable. So now it is one of the most famous examples of a portrait of the artist, and this novel captures not just a person growing up, but specifically the birth of an artistic consciousness. It's not कि कोई एक इंसान है जो कि आर्टिस्ट है, वो बड़ा है, बट उसके अंदर जो आर्टिस्टिक कॉन्शियसनेस है, जो सेंसिबिलिटीज हैं, वो कैसे डेवलप हो रही हैं, वो रियलाइज कैसे करता है दैट ही इज एन आर्टिस्ट. दैट्स एन आर्टिस्टिक कॉन्शियसनेस, एंड दैट इज नॉट दैट इजीली हैपेंस विद एवरीवन, एंड दैट इज व्हाई दिस बिकेम अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वर्क. Now, this was published in 1916, and the novel served as a crucial bridge from traditional 19th century narrative to the radical experimentation of high modernism. तो एक तरीके से काफ़ी अलग तरीके के वर्क्स लिखे जाते, बट जब ये वर्क आया, this was a peak level of modernism, and this changed the game of all the other writers writing during this period. While deeply rooted in the specific socio-political climate of the late 19th century Ireland, its themes, individual autonomy, and artistic isolation remain universally resonant. लिखा गया है था ये island के, around में, late 19th century Ireland, but it is so powerfully written, it is so relatable that even in today's time, in 2026, you pick up this book and you will be able to relate with it. All right, so this is such a powerful work that has been written by Joyce, and it is in your course. Evolution of language. Now, Joyce famously matches the language of the novel to Stephen's intellectual age. जब हम लोग शुरुआत में novel पढ़ेंगे ना, we will understand that, okay, this is a simple read, but जैसे जैसे उसका intellect बढ़ेगा, so does the language grow. Have you ever heard of a language growing? That is what James Joyce does. James Joyce अपनी language को एक growth देता है. So starting with simple nursery rhyme prose, एक जब छोटा था तो simple language use होती है, prose use होते हैं, infancy में जो use होते हैं, and evolving into complex philosophical diction in adulthood. उसके बाद वो language कैसे बढ़ती है, आगे बढ़ती है, that's a very, very interesting technique to learn. Now, early chapters capture sensory impression, sound, smell, colors, जो एक बच्चे को बहुत ही एक influence करता है, showing how a child perceives the world long before understanding its political or religious logic. So, as we grow up, our tendency to engage ourselves in the ideologies, the identities that surround us, what we are, we start questioning it. If we follow a certain religion, we are from a certain country, from a certain region, from a certain caste, that all gets started questioning in our head. So Joyce shifts styles deliberately throughout the text, famously mimicking religious sermons during the Hellfire Retreat to show how language can be used for psychological control. So he uses language in the most profound way, और इसी language का usage made him a very distinct writer of his time. The stream of consciousness technique. Now, I have discussed this many times, stream of conscious technique. Portrait of the artist may, it has been very skillfully used. Now, rather than using a traditional omniscient third-person narrator, Joyce employs indirect interior monologue to render Stephen's fluid, uninterrupted thought process. Now, it's not that we get to know किसी third person के वो क्या सोच रहा है, but James Joyce जो राइटर है, कैरेक्टर है स्टीफन डेडलिस, उसकी मनी में बातें चलती रहती हैं, एंड दैट इज द इंटीरियर मोनोलॉग दैट वी गेट टू नो व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन इन हिज माइंड, हाउ ही इज मैच्योरिंग, हाउ ही इज डेवलपिंग. इट्स नॉट दैट कि राइटर ने लेकिन नाउ ही इज मैच्योर, नो. How did he? What questions are he raising? What are the incidents that influence him? What are the episodes that kind of marked an important point in his life? And what is his views on that? What is he thinking about that? तो वो सारे हमें पता चलता है इससे. Now the narrative moves naturally between sensory inputs, memories, anxieties, epiphanies, और बहुत ही सारे episodes, whatever life के, and we get to know about this. So this is of course, बहुत ही बड़ा use था इसका stream of consciousness का in his work, because this is the one that complicated the work, but gave a beautiful insight to the readers of what's happening inside the character's mind, and also help us question our own consciousness, our own ideologies, and help us and treat and in fact teach us to make us think. Now, central theme, faith, nation, and epiphany. Stephen explicitly identifies family, nationality, and religion as nets. मतलब as chains you can understand. जैसे कोई उसको बांध रहा है, flung at his soul. उसको दे दिया गया है to hold it back from उड़ने से रोका जा रहा है उसको, from flight, requiring him to dodge them to achieve independence. और अगर उसको full absolute independence चाहिए है तो he has to dodge them, he has to leave them, he cannot bind himself to those chains. Now Joyce uses sudden moments of intense insight. तो Joyce कहता है that we human beings एकदम से जैसे बिंगो मोमेंट होता है, एपिफनी होती है, that we realize suddenly, oh this is the point, oh ऐसी बात थी. तो वो एपिफनी का यूज होता है कि उसको एपिफनी आती है, एक मोमेंट आता है that he realizes, no, I cannot chain myself because of these ideas. I need to unfetter myself. I need to free myself. I need to liberate myself because I'm seeking that intellectual freedom. I am an artist. आई एम सीकिंग दैट इंटेलेक्चुअल फ्रीडम एंड आई नीड दैट फ्रीडम, और वो फ्रीडम नहीं मिलेगी, वो लिबर्टी नहीं मिलेगी जब तक मैं इन सब आइडेंटिटीज में बंधा रहूंगा. So, to mark pivotal shift in Stephen's secular aesthetic awakening, the protagonist's surname reference Daedalus, the mythological Greek craftsman, symbolizing Stephen's ambition to forge an artistic identity. So, उसका जो Daedalus है, that is also kind of a Greek mythical से context, उसका context है, so just seeking that identity. So, emphasize. So, remember, guys, the stylistic shifts are very important in this work. मैं अपने students को अक्सर बोलती हूँ कि stream of consciousness पे तो ज़रूर question आता है जेम्स जॉयस में से UPSC subjective paper में. stylistic shifts हो गए, और डायरेक्ट द साइकोलॉजिकल एंड इमोशनल डेवलपमेंट जो स्टीफन का होता है, दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू लुक एट. And Stephen's isolation isn't purely negative. His rejection of dogma is a necessary price he forged. So basically, it's not कि वो isolate हो रहा है, but it's not कि उसको जिंदगी अकेले जीनी है, वो ascetic life जीना चाहता है, but he believes that in order to make myself, in order to find myself and follow my true calling, I have to see he has to have that authentic self and uncorrupted artistic voice that he's getting from inside. He needs to hear that. All right, so this was the foundation for modernist fiction, guys. Remember this thing, that this was Joyce's beautiful masterpiece, and of course later he won a Nobel Prize also in literature. So guys, with this I'm coming to an end of the discussion of James Joyce Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. Again, I'm telling all of you that this is the very small version of the detailed class that I do with my students in the paid lectures. If you want to be a part of it, 10th August, I'm starting the batch, and you guys can have a look at my demo lectures that's available. Description box mein link diya hai. You want to talk to the sales executive, the team that we have at the back end, inquire about anything that you want to have a discussion with me, you can definitely be in touch with me at 1 p.m. I'll just write the 1 p.m. every day. I have the classes with my student. So जितना भी हम लोग का कोर्स होता है, मैं पूरा का पूरा फिनिश कराती हूँ with all the notes, with the discussions of PYQs, discussion that happen in the class, as well as all the discussions all the expected questions that we are going to get ahead in our exam. So with this, I'm coming to an end. Remember, the fresh batch, a very brand new batch, is starting on 10th August. And we are running a very good offer on this. You can use my code ARLIVE, purchase the batch, be a part of it. So I hope to see you all in the classes, and make sure that you do attend the classes in order to gain really good marks in a UPSC English Literature subject. Thank you, everyone.
Study IQ IAS, आपका सिलेक्शन हमारा मिशन.